Hello there, my name is Valerie White Williams and I am a voice teacher and a vocal coach for Vocal Splendor Studios. Today I'm doing another reaction video and this time I'm back to reacting to Chris Cornell performing Black Hole Sun on the Howard Stern Show in 2007. Let's have a listen.
So you've agreed today to do a little acoustic thing here, of course, one of your classic songs, Black Hole Sun. Were you in a room alone when you wrote that song?
I was in a car driving home like at 4 a.m. when I wrote that song.
In your head, like, in other words?
Yeah.
You're driving along,
yeah.
and the tune comes to you in your head?
Yeah, the whole thing, and even the
That's how it works.
was all in there. And then I raced, I just tried to keep it revolving so I wouldn't forget. Went inside, kind of whistled it into a tape recorder, which I never listened back to, but I just in case I forgot it. And then the next day I kind of wrote out the lyrics, but I had the lyrical idea and everything.
And it all meant something to you, and you heard it in your head. You hear it in your head almost like you're listening to the radio.
Exactly.
In my eyes, indisposed, in disguises no one knows. At the face lies the snake, and the sun in my disgrace.
I don't know, somehow I missed this song. Could have been when I had all my kids and I didn't really listen to music that much, besides what I was working on. But this is quite an angular melody. It's got a lot of angst, and he has that, of course, the vocals, the way he approaches the lyrics are very unique. Very unique. It's almost like he's talking. They're very much speech quality, but the melody just has a lot of these quirky intervals.
Boiling heat, summer stench, neath the black, the sky looks still. Call my name through the cream, and I'll hear you scream again. Black hole sun, won't you come? Wash away the rain. Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come?
Okay, I'm just going to pause a bit. What's interesting about Chris is that he has the way he sings reminds me, believe it or not, of country music. Very much speech-driven, very much in the lower voice. He's kind of more of a baritone and kind of like talk singing. But he's not a country singer, but he's kind of a bit of a throwback to some of the blues based, because blues actually influence both rock and R&B, but you can hear a little bit of the roots of the blues in this particular song.
Stuttering, holding down, steal the warm wind, tired friends, time's gone.
Now he's at least down, really, those kind of scoops comes really easy for him. And I just see his eyes are closed. He's totally into the feeling of the lyrics, which really all great singers do. They're just totally tuned in. But for him, it's deep and he's telling the story. Again, very storytelling driven, which is also very similar in country music.
Spend sometimes far too long for snakes in my shoes, walking sleep. In my youth I prayed to keep heaven send hell away. No one sings like you anymore. Black hole sun, won't you come? Wash away the rain. Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come?
Okay, I'm going to stop again. I noticed that he doesn't really move his mouth. Normally I talk about singers not doing these big things with his mouth, get a big sound, but it's black hole sun, In my mouth, it's feeling like this. So he keeps his mouth really pretty closed, and it gets that kind of like mouth resonance. I'm not a baritone like he is, but it gets that characteristic and a little bit of scratch, but it's very focused in the mouth, and especially at this range.
Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Black hole sun,
Yeah.
black hole sun, won't you come? Black hole sun, black hole sun, won't you come? Black hole sun, black hole sun, won't you come? Black hole sun, black hole sun.
Cool chord.
Hang my head, drown my fear, till you all just disappear. Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come, won't you come? Black hole sun, won't you come and wash away the rain? Black hole sun, won't you come? Won't you come? Black hole sun, won't you come? Black hole sun, yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna just pause for a little minute. Oh, I'm just so captivated by this performance. There's so much space, and he's not afraid of that space. But I just want to talk about that vocal technique. Black Hole Song. Then he's getting into this more what I call the belt face, corners back. Black Hole Sun. So, and he obviously has the power. He knows how to get that belt from the energy below. You can't really see he's with the guitar, but what's great is he can go from that top belt into that really mouth easily. Gorgeous song.
Won't you come? Black hole sun, black hole sun. Black hole sun, black hole sun. Black hole sun, black hole sun. Black hole sun, black hole sun.
Wow, that was really special. To be honest, I've had this performance saved on my to-do list for so long, and today was the day, and I loved it. It's great. He has so much presence, and singing and playing a guitar, that's the ultimate. But he had such, I want to say, control. I mean, he had control, because this is more of, like I said, very much a blues-based song. It's not blues, but it has blues elements to it, and it has some of that songwriting. Definitely has some throwbacks to blues and more that country tradition with the guitar. Now, again, like we talked to, his really no notes didn't open his mouth very much. So that was his low notes, but then he could go son, and he got a little bit of that scratch there. Lots of control. The other thing I always like to focus on, because I could see his vocal technique was that more closed mouth in the bottom and getting this kind of more, like I said, mouth resonance, and then going into that blackout. Now the thing is, when you do that belt, he still had that loose jaw, because we always want to have our jaw loose. So you don't see any strutting, the chin taking over, like dog that wants to take over the leash. Really relaxed jaw. And even that blackout sun, the jaw still relaxed. In fact, they actually went into his mouth and you could see his mouth, like the dental chair, and you could see his mouth opening up and just doing this, which is exactly what we want into that belt. Everything in the bottom of the jaw is going to feel relaxed like that. Now, let's talk about the performance, because here he is in this, studio, and it was maybe just him and some technicians with Howard Stern, but he created this aura of the performance that was so powerful. It's kind of hard to perform in a studio. There's no audience. A lot of people, the audience feeds them in a performance setting. But he was able to create this bubble. And a lot of it was he closed his eyes and he's totally within and just focusing on that emotion. He didn't really open his eyes that much. And a lot of artists do that because they're focusing on the images and the pictures and the emotion. Of course, he's tended a business on the guitar. He's a great guitarist. And his rhythms and chords were just impeccable. And then that's where we have that bluesy kind of speech quality that really makes it feel really authentic and powerful. And beautiful song. It makes me want to sing it. Sometimes I get these songs like, I want to sing it. Can I sing it too? Because it was so passionate and so introspective and just gorgeous. And yes, he's one of the artists that sadly we've lost way before his time. In fact, he used to live in my area. I lived in Seattle and we lived in a suburb of Seattle. He was a neighborhood suburb, and I had students that would see him singing and walking around. Edmonds is where he lived. And so he was kind of a regular in that neighborhood. And so when he passed so early, it was really tragic for everybody in Seattle because he was Seattle's own. And way too soon. We should be hearing him more. But at least we have the videos that we have. And like I said, I wish I had heard this earlier. It was such a beautiful song and an amazing, powerful performance that shows that having integrity, great rhythm, great space, you can create this magical performance, this magical setting that just stays with you. Because sometimes it's what we don't do that creates an impact, and that stripped down quality and just allowed a lot of the voice and the togetherness, and just it was really powerful. I really liked it. And when I smile a lot, it's like I just enjoy great music and great songwriters as well. So if you like Chris Cornell as much as I do, make sure you click on the bell so you get notified of all my uploads. And please let me know what other Chris Cornell performances I should react to, because he obviously has such a legacy and I'd love to explore it more. And also I want to let you know that I have 2 free passion projects on Facebook. The first one's called Creative Soul Alignment, and that's for people that are interested in creativity and spirituality, because we have poets, photographers, artists, songwriters, crafters, sound healers that are also interested in spirituality. Because here's the deal. Music, when we are creating, we are experiencing our creative flow. And when we visualize what we want in this world, we can create a world that works for everybody without a bunch of creepy controllers trying to steal the goods. So keep your mind on that. So never forget it. We have the power to change our world. And the next thing is YouTube Success Strategies. That's my other group where I'm teaching people how to be successful on YouTube. I've had great success on YouTube. I've taught students from all over the world through my YouTube channel, and I want to teach others how to do that too. So they're both free groups, and you can find them in the description. All right, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.